Hello students, greetings from Om Institute. In this video, I would like to talk about multiple select questions. It is a new pattern of questions introducing from GATE 2021 by IIT Bombay. As you know that earlier we used to have only multiple choice type questions and numerical answer type questions. Now a third pattern of questions are being added, that is multiple select questions. This is not completely new. We have these kind of questions already in engineering services examination and also in state level services examination as well. You might have observed in ESC and state levels services examinations like which of the following statements are correct kind of questions. There used to be 4 to 5 statements and we have to select which statements are correct. Usually more than one statement used to be correct and we have to select those. And a similar pattern of questions are going to be introduced in GATE examination as well. Now the point is usually in ESC and state level services examinations, these kind of multiple select kind of questions used to be completely theoretical. Okay, theoretical statements used to be given and we have to select correct statements. But as far as GATE examination is concerned, we can expect these questions can be theoretical as well as numerical type. That means problematic questions may also be given. Okay, we can't expect, we need to be prepared to face these kind of questions. Based on the new pattern of questions and also there were few changes happened in GATE 2021 syllabus and we are implementing these changes in our test series platform as well. And we are planning to conduct an exclusive MSQ test for each and every subject. Okay, suppose if you consider an electrical engineering paper, we are planning to conduct an MSQ test on electrical circuits, one MSQ test on electrical machines, one MSQ test on power systems, digital, like that. For every subject, we are planning to conduct one exclusive MSQ test along with the regular tests. And also in the upcoming mock examinations, GATE mock examinations, we are planning to introduce at least 25 to 30% of the paper with MSQ questions. Okay, and being a machines faculty, electrical machines faculty, I would like to discuss few sample MSQ questions and you can understand how the questions can be framed. See, these questions are just our expectations. This is how they can be because it's a new pattern completely. And I have selected some sample questions related to theoretical points as well as some numerical type as well. Now, let us look at a sample question. Now, look at this question. This is a question from induction motors. Just read the question. A three-phase star-connected induction motor driving a constant torque load at rated speed. If supply voltage is now suddenly reduced, then what will happen? Speed increases or reduces, power factor increases or reduces, current drawn by motor increases or reduces. And it is a multiple select question type. That means more than one answer may be correct. Okay, so let us see how to answer this question. It was very clearly mentioned, a three-phase star-connected induction motor driving a constant torque load. This is important. The load is a constant torque type and it is driving that load at rated speed. We know that usually for induction motor, rated speed or rated slip usually around 1 to 5%. The slip will be used to be 1% to 5%, that is actually rated slip. And now what is the modification happened? Supply voltage is suddenly reduced. Okay, there is no information about frequency. They are talking only about voltage. Therefore, I have to treat frequency as constant. Now let us immediately write down equation for torque developed by induction motor because the load is a constant torque type. There was no information regarding winding parameters of this machine. So what we will do is that we will simply neglect stator impedance of the induction motor and we will draw approximate equivalent circuit. That means only rotor branch parameters we are considering. Okay, let me try to draw approximate equivalent circuit of induction motor. Yes. This is rotor winding resistance R2. This is rotor leakage reactance X2 and this is a resistance representing the mechanical load connected to induction motor. Here we have rotor induced EMF E2 and this is current I2, rotor current. What I can do here is that I can simply transfer these parameters to stator side and R2 becomes R2 dash, X2 becomes X2 dash, E2 becomes E1, I2 becomes I2 dash. But you can solve using this circuit as well. Now let me try to write down the torque developed by induction motor with voltage parameter. We know that torque is equal to 3 by omega s into E2 square by R2 by S whole square plus X2 square into R2 by S. This is the exact equation for electromagnetic torque. But as I told you already, motor is rotating at rated speed. And I told you that rated speed usually equal to synchronous speed or very near to synchronous speed, very near to synchronous speed. That means slip used to be very small value, 1% to 5%. As slip is very small, in the denominator you can understand R2 by S whole square is usually greater than X2 square. This is the stable region for induction motor. If R2 by S whole square is very high compared to X2 square, obviously you can neglect this X2 square value, isn't it? If X2 square is neglected, I can say 1 R2 by S will be cancelled and the approximate torque equation becomes 3 by omega S into E2 square by R2. And here what is the modification happened? It was clearly mentioned motor is driving a constant torque load. Torque is constant and there was no change in frequency, therefore synchronous speed is constant. And we are not adding any additional resistance in rotor circuit, so R2 is constant. Therefore, we got a relation between a slip and voltage, and you can understand that slip is inversely proportional to square of the voltage from this relation. And it was clearly mentioned voltage is reduced, am I right? If voltage is reduced, what happens to slip from this relation? Definitely the steady state slip will be increased. Slip increases means indirectly can I say speed is reducing. So therefore the first statement is going to be correct. Speed reduces. That is one answer. Now the other options if you look at, we need to understand what happens to power factor as well as current drawn by motor. Okay. Now look at this circuit. This circuit has resistive elements as well as reactive elements. There was no change in frequency, therefore reactance is going to be constant. But what happens to resistive element here? See, very clearly we understood slip is increasing, right? If a slip increases, what happens to this resistance? R2 by S value is going to be, overall resistance is going to reduce. In any RL circuit, if resistance value is reduced, keeping reactance value constant, definitely what happens to power factor? Power factor is going to be reduced. Therefore, I can write power factor reduces is also a correct statement. Why power factor is reduced means this resistance R2 by S is reduced since slip is increased. Now the final question is, what happens to current drawn by this motor? You can easily write down equation for the current, okay, either by applying a KVL equation here or by writing equation of torque in terms of current. There are two ways. Let me write down the torque equation in terms of current. This is the relation already we got. Slip is inversely proportional to square of the voltage. Now let me write down the torque equation. Torque is equal to 3 by omega S into I2 square into R2 by S. This is another equation for electromagnetic torque in terms of current passing through induction motor. Now what is happened here? It was clearly mentioned load torque is constant and also there is no change in frequency, therefore omega S is constant. No change in rotor resistance, R2 is constant. Therefore, I can understand slip is directly proportional to square of the current, or current square is proportional to square of the slip. Now, from equation 1 and equation 2, can I write down current I2 is inversely proportional to voltage? And already it was clearly mentioned voltage is reduced. Now can you tell me from this relation what happens to current? Increases. Therefore, the current drawn by induction motor increases. Therefore, fourth statement is also going to be correct. What is the wrong statement here? Power factor improves is a wrong statement. So when such kind of questions are given, you have to understand they are talking about which parameters. So if it is a multiple choice type question, definitely you can't frame options like this. Okay. So we will design the options in a different way. Like, if it is a multiple choice question, only one option has to be correct. So we will design options like speed reduces and power factor reduces. Option B, speed increases and power factor reduces. Option C, both will increase. Option D, both will decrease. Only difference is framing of options will change, but the concept is going to be absolutely same like multiple choice type questions. Okay, so it's a sample question and you can expect these kind of questions for 2 marks. Okay, now let's see another sample MSQ question. This is a question from synchronous machines. You read the question. The OCC and SCC characteristics of alternator are shown below. This is OCC characteristic and this is SCC characteristics. Symbols will represent their usual meaning. Now, synchronous reactance is calculated for this machine. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Okay, so we have to select which statements are correct. If you look at the options, XS is calculated in both unsaturated zone as well as saturated zone. First of all, what is the formula for synchronous reactance in unsaturated zone? We know that XS in unsaturated zone will be equal to open circuit voltage by short circuit current at a given field current. This is the actual formula to calculate synchronous reactance in unsaturated zone. We know we can understand unsaturated zone from OCC characteristic. See, this is the knee point. Beyond knee point, it is saturated zone where the OCC characteristic is non-linear. Before knee point, it is unsaturated zone. So ideally, it is a linear curve. Now you can understand in this linear zone, a 2 amperes of field current produces 80 volt magnitude. So therefore, open circuit voltage is equal to 80. That is 80 volt at how much field current? 2 amperes. For the same 2 amperes field current, what is the short circuit current? 150 amperes. So this is equal to 0.53 ohms. So therefore, unsaturated synchronous reactance is 0.53 ohms. Therefore, I can understand statement 1 is correct. Now, what about saturated synchronous reactance? We all know that saturated synchronous reactance is always less than unsaturated synchronous reactance. Yes or not? Saturated synchronous reactance is always less than unsaturated synchronous reactance. Okay, if you draw the curve also, you can understand. I have space here, let me utilize this. So this is the field current and this is synchronous reactance. Now if you draw synchronous reactance curve, it used to be like this. This is unsaturated and this is saturated. Now saturated synchronous reactance is always less than unsaturated synchronous reactance. So already unsaturated reactance is 0.53. Therefore, saturated synchronous reactance will be less than 0.53. So therefore, statement 1 and 2 are correct. Statement 3 and 4 are going to be the wrong answers. So this is how you can expect these kind of questions for 1 mark. Okay, a simple question using OCC and SCC characteristics of an alternator. Now this message is especially for OHM online students. So whichever subjects are completed so far in GATE 2021 OHM online classes, we have not discussed any MSQ questions so far because the notification was released very recently. So for these subjects, we will discuss MSQ questions in revision classes. But whichever subjects we are now teaching, from now onwards, MSQ questions will be discussed in the classroom itself. But understand one point, my friends, There is absolutely no change in concepts. Concepts you need not to learn separately. Only thing is that options framing would be slightly different, that's all. Okay, it won't affect your preparation or the style of your strategy anymore. Okay, your preparation strategy should be like earlier years only. Okay, there is absolutely no change. Only thing is that you should write a few questions, you should attempt a few questions of such kind of pattern, and we are updating the same in our test series also and the upcoming subjects as well. And whichever subjects are already completed, we will discuss these MSQ questions in revision classes separately. Okay, thank you so much.